And what it created for me was the best looking piece of collateral our company has ever made. And it was my first attempt at using this. So let me show you what the output of this was.
Yeah, let's go.
So here's the timeline and execution cadence, what I'm going to do week 1, week 2, week 3. I was directing, but it's like I had a whole graphic design team in the company that created this. But instead of taking hours or days to create it, this was done in an hour. I was blown away.
Yeah.
My potential client, he was kind of blown away.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Nice.
Got something here. This is a workflow I could really dial in.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
If you're new to commercial real estate investing, you probably know the feeling. Brokers, underwriting, raising capital, where do you even begin? And that's why CRE Investor Coach exists, to give new and emerging investors a clear step-by-step path to closing their first deal. I believe in this program so much, I actually joined the team as an adjunct faculty member. That's how committed I am to helping more people get into the space right now. Whether you want to go at your own pace with on-demand training, launch your first investment with expert coaching, or scale with a mastermind of other ambitious investors, there's a roadmap here for you. Inside, you'll learn how to define your investor identity, analyze deals with confidence, talk to brokers like a pro, raise capital, and build a real acquisition pipeline without all the guesswork. This is about building a business that blesses your life, not breaks your spirit. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and actually get in the game, check out the link in the show notes and start your journey today. Learn, launch, and scale with CRE Investor Coach. This episode is also brought to you by Site to Do Business, commercial real estate's most advanced toolkit, providing commercial real estate professionals like me with premier data, mapping, and marketing tools to win business and revolutionize decision-making. Visit stdb.com to learn more.
Welcome to Commercially Speaking, the only CRE podcast hosted by two brothers. One built a career in commercial real estate. The other built a pirate sword out of cardboard and duct tape in theater school.
I'm Bo Barron, CCIM, broker, Hearthstone Capital Fund co-founder, CCIM instructor, and patient older brother on a mission.
I'm Timmy Barron, ADHD, actor, comedian, and hyperactive little brother on a mission to ruin all missions. We're deep into this journey, and I'm finally starting to understand that deal flow has nothing to do with cards and hyperfocus. Subscribe today, leave a review on Apple Podcasts, because every bit of engagement gets us closer to booking Barbara Corcoran. Cue Jaws. Doom, 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 doom. That's Shark Tank.
I got it now.
Yeah. Cue. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Next up, did you see that it's the Tommy Boy? They put Tommy Boy, Chris Farley, and David Spade in the Shark Tank?
No.
Okay. I got to show this to you then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's short. It's short. And there was something else I just learned I thought interesting. I thought you'd find interesting on Shark Tank. Brother, it's just you and me. We can do whatever we want.
This is true.
We can do whatever we want. Okay. Look at this.
Next up are entrepreneurs who believe their product is cooler than the rest.
Our brake pads are made with a non-corrosive polyurethane.
Okay, so wait. You went so over the top with nonsense. It is everything but a legitimate product. And for those reasons, I'm out.
What my associate is trying to say is that our new brake pads are really cool. You're not even going to believe it.
Where is your proof of this? What study do you have?
Hey, I tell you what. You can take a good look at a butcher's ass by sticking your head up there, but wouldn't you rather take his word for it?
I know. I find your presentation is exhausting and complicated.
No, I mean, you can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a butcher's ass, but then, no, it's got to be your bull.
Wow.
I think this is 3 episodes in a row where we have referenced Tommy Boy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Our guest yesterday brought it up. And then the one before we were doing it. Anyway.
Well, when we had Michael Hieronymus on a couple episodes ago, I believe we talked a little bit about this new workflow that I've discovered using AI in creating presentations. I
Yes.
think we mentioned it, but I thought what I'd do today is just literally demonstrate how it works. I think this is going to save people hours and hours of time, and the resulting work product is better than anything I've created before. So I thought we'd jump in and I'd show you how to do that. But before we do that,
Yeah.
I want to show you my new toy.
Okay.
This will be the segment on recommendations.
Okay.
Commercially speaking recommendations.
Yes, great.
Not a sponsor. This is not my I've fallen and I can't get up.
Life alert.
Life alert. Yes.
Life alert.
This is not life alert.
All senior citizens should use Life Alert.
What this is an AI-powered digital brain.
Huh?
Now think of it. How many times have you been walking around and had an idea that you weren't close to a pad and paper or something, you didn't write it down, and you lost that idea forever?
Yes.
Well, this solves that issue. It can be great for recording meetings or whatever, but essentially it works like this. I press the button and I say folder and whatever the folder I want this note to go into.
Okay.
And then I just talk. It transcribes it. It puts it into that folder. And then there's an AI component to it where it can actually do some work for you.
Wow.
And so the whole idea is it's like your digital brain. Now, I don't know if I'll like literally walk around with this thing around my neck all the time. Maybe it'll end up in my pocket or whatever. But, and I got it yesterday.
Yes.
And so one use case is we're having this event tomorrow night. We're having some young professionals that are interested in commercial real estate. We're having them over to the house. We're going to have burgers, grill
Nice.
out. And then I'm going to teach them a little bit about commercial real estate. Got a presentation. And so literally the presentation that I created was using the workflow I'm going to demonstrate today.
Okay, sweet.
But as I was rehearsing the presentation, I kept having ideas like, oh, I need to make this change and this change. Have you ever rehearsed a PowerPoint presentation where you got to jump out, change a slide, and then go back to presenter mode and keep going? And instead of breaking my flow, I just kept saying, folder, presentation. Hey, on this slide, I need to add this or change this or whatever. And then after I was done working through the deck, kind of rehearsing it, I just went back and there's all my notes. I made all the changes at one time.
Oh, wow.
It got stuff out of my brain
Yeah.
and into the cloud, essentially.
Yes.
And then there's an app on my phone where, after it syncs up in a few seconds after I'm done with it, I can just go in there and I can see all
Wow.
my thoughts. So I can be driving. I can be on the subway. Not that we have that here.
Yeah.
I can be in the middle of a meeting or whatever, have a thought, just say, press the button, record the note.
Just a press of a button.
And then it's organized in the app.
Yeah.
So this is how this could work.
Okay.
So I'll hit, it vibrates, and I say, folder Alice. Hey, we need to get so-and-so on as a guest for the podcast. And that's it. Now,
And then
you
you go to
forget
your-
about it.
Then you can go to your Alice folder.
And then go to the Alice folder on my phone, or I can
I should be wearing my meta glasses for this one.
go to the web, and once it syncs, so I did a test. In the Alice folder, it says test 1, 2, 3. So this is uploading right now. Let's see if it puts it into the Alice folder here.
It is quite possible that if that's connected to Wi-Fi.
Well, I tested it earlier, and you're staring at the test like it worked. I don't know how long it takes to sync, but it doesn't take very long. My point is, there it is. And if we go to presentation, I think you can turn on like all the recently deleted. So here's all the presentation and the market and competitive analysis slide. Add the question, if I buy it or build it, will they come?
Yeah, nice.
And so it's just a really cool, I'm trying it out. This is, I hadn't even had it 24 hours, but the idea is these thoughts that pop in my head that I want to do something about. I can get them out of my head
Yeah.
immediately, get them into this, and I can even give Alice access to, say, her folder. And so, Alice, aren't you excited? This is just one more place for you to check.
Yeah.
But-
Right.
Of things that I'd like for you to do that if I'm driving, and I don't want to pull over and type it in the Slack or whatever, I can just do it and boom.
That's
it
amazing.
goes. And if I jump in here, it even has the audio file. So I could play the audio file. There's some AI functionality, start AI transcription if I wanted to.
Nice.
Archive, move to folder, blah, blah, blah.
Can this link up to Notion, for instance? Do you know?
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that yet.
Yeah, okay.
There may be a point where it has more connectivity to other apps, but right now it's just a place to, up here. Here's a little AI thing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Edit slide that shows the T-bar or time value of money.
Oh, and so there it is. Like it's giving me information on what I'm asking for.
Wow.
So, pretty cool. I think I'm going to like this thing. And if I can build it into my day, I think it could be a great tool to record ideas, get them out of my head so I can free up that bandwidth to work on whatever I'm working on in the moment.
Yeah.
And
that's nice. Like I always use voice memo on my phone, but I don't organize it. Right. So it's just voice recording number 3023.
Yeah, this is still uploading.
I think it's because we're in the vault.
Probably.
I bet. But
probably. But anyway,
no, I get the point. That's cool.
Recommendation for the day.
That's cool. How much is that thing?
This was like $109.
Oh, nice.
I think it's $129 for a year subscription to the app, the functionality kind of thing. So,
where'd you hear about it? Or what made you think about it?
What did it?
Or did it pop up? Did an ad pop up?
I don't remember how.
Yeah.
I don't know if I heard about it on a podcast or I think it might have just been a YouTube ad.
Yeah. Because I've seen one, I forget what it's called, but it's something that like attaches to the back of your phone. It's got a button on it. I want to say it's not Evernote, but something like that. So it takes notes for you. So you can hit the button if you're in a meeting and it takes notes for you.
But I could, in fact, let's just try that. I'm just going to hit record and it'll potentially transcribe the rest of our episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. Did you have to say folder? Folder, commercially speaking.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Shot.
Let's test it. All right. Well, what do you teach me today?
Let's talk about presentations.
Okay, cool.
All right. Now, little backstory. I have very firm beliefs on how to create a really good slide deck. All right. I hate text dense slides, hate all these bullet points. An ideal slide for me is an image that evokes the emotion or the thoughts that I want the audience to have and just has like maybe one or two words on it. I want the slides to augment what I'm communicating, not contain all the information that I'm presenting.
Right.
Like,
yes.
Nothing worse than, death by PowerPoint or reading a slide to somebody or whatever. I want to be able to share my slides with the audience with no worry that they're actually going to get anything out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's me communicating that has the content and the slides augment all of that.
Yes.
Right. So the less words, the better, the whatever.
Okay.
So, and I present a lot. I'll build these slide decks and I'll take 4 or 5 hours to do it, depending on how long the presentation is. And I'll get them to the point where I believe they're excellent and they're, and I'm real comfortable doing it. In fact, I like doing that work. I like the creative process of making something like that exist. But I'm not a designer. And so all I do with PowerPoint or Keynote whenever I'm making something like that is I go try to find great images and then I just throw a few words on there that are supporting what I'm communicating.
Sure.
Right. When I'm teaching CCIM courses, it's a little different because I'm teaching their course. They give us the slide decks to present. And I've customized them massively. But at a core level, they're giving me what I need to present. And so it's not that ground up process or my slide decks would probably look a lot different. But we have the freedom to customize our decks and stuff and make them more like our presentation style and that kind of thing. But,
sure.
But I started seeing these presentations that people were giving on webinars and stuff like this. And I'm like, man, that looks really good. And it looks different. Like that doesn't look like PowerPoint.
Right.
It doesn't look like Keynote, but it looks great. And then I started hearing this word Gamma over and over again. And it turns out Gamma is an AI application that will build presentation slide decks for you. It does some other things too. But I started hearing it a lot. And so, my natural inclination when I start hearing about how awesome something is over and over and over again, I was like, yeah, we'll see. You know,
Yeah, right.
we'll see. So it took me a minute to actually dive in and try. But the next time I had a reason to create something was I had this guy in this broker friend of mine, known him probably 15 years. He's been a broker for 40 years. And about an hour away from us, he has a couple properties that he was wanting to sell. Now, he's a broker himself, but, I'm the local guy. He moved here from California, like into Kentucky, and I was kind of fighting for this listing, even though in the back of my mind, I'm like, he's a broker. Why didn't he just do this himself? But he wanted the local guy with local expertise. And so he was asking me for things that most clients don't ask. Like, I want to see the marketing program. Most people just kind of assume what we do, or we'll tell them what we're going to do, or, the proactive stuff we do to market a listing, or the passive stuff we do to market a listing. And we've talked about some of that. But he wanted to see the plan because he had partners that he was taking what I gave him, and he'd go show it to them and stuff. And so I needed to create something I could send him. Well, I'm really, really bad when it comes to designing anything. So I thought, well, I'll go into ChatGPT and I'll create the marketing plan, tell it what it includes, just sort of scope it out for me. And then once I'd done that for 10 minutes and got something, I was like, okay, that's a good representation of what we do. I like how it's organized. I was using ChatGPT as a thinking partner. I took the output and I plugged it into Gamma and said, hey, create me a presentation. It created the presentation in 3 minutes.
Wow.
And I went through and tweaked it. This whole process probably took me an hour. It's my first time using Gamma. I had to sign up, create an account. I got the paid version. There's levels. I paid $96 for the year.
Oh, nice.
And there's another level up where you can access more AI stuff. I haven't seen the need to bump up, even though I'm starting to use Gamma on a regular basis. And what it created for me was the best looking piece of collateral our company has ever made. And it was my first attempt at using this. So let me show you what the output of this was.
Yeah, let's go.
Can you still see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to read all this to you, but here it is. We have our proactive marketing, our direct outreach, and here's what we do. And you can see this is very visual, not a lot of words. It's designed well. All these images are AI generated automatically based on the prompt I gave it, which was my output from ChatGPT. And I was able to export this as a PDF and send it on.
Nice.
And I was like, man, this just looks fantastic. And I even created like actual scripts for, So here's a follow-up email on day 7. It's part of the plan is, hey, just, blah, blah, blah.
Hey,
and I probably would have tweaked that. But anyway, it was just something for him to see, okay, Bo's got a plan, right? This is what we're going to, he doesn't have to wonder what I'm going to do. But even some of the social media posts, there's, here's some LinkedIn posts that we would post. How many times can I say post in a sentence?
Post, yeah.
Anyway, this looks great.
I can fix it in post.
Nice. Here's the timeline and execution cadence, what I'm going to do week 1, week 2, week 3. And so all of this was, I was directing, but it's like I had a whole graphic design team in the company that created this. But instead of taking hours or days to create it and iterating over it and all this was done in an hour.
That's
my
nuts.
first attempt.
That's nuts.
I was blown away.
Yeah.
My potential client, he was kind of blown away.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Nice.
Got something here. This is a workflow I could really dial in. So then top producer Todd Humphreys has this great idea. I think I mentioned it on a previous episode, but he has this great idea. And he said, hey, look, I'm looking at my clients. They're of age. And, if I fast forward 5-10 years, a lot of these guys are going to be out of the game, either because they're in the grave or they've just totally retired. And so I've got some of these younger guys that I've been talking to that have called about this or that. Why don't we see if we can put together an event where we can get them all in the same room? You teach them something about investing in commercial real estate, and we'll try to educate and create our next generation of investors. It's a great idea.
Great idea.
Great idea.
Great
Really.
idea.
Why don't we do it at the house? We'll grill out burgers, do a bourbon tasting, play some cornhole, do all that for about an hour, and then I'll teach for 30 minutes and maybe 45, have some questions, 6 to 8 at night. We'll call it a night and see where that leads.
Yeah.
And so I had to create a presentation for this. And so what I did was I sent that marketing plan that I just showed you, what
Right.
Gamma created, and I sent it to my buddy Bryant Cheeley. Now, you've heard me talk about Bryant before.
I have
because
heard that
he's
name.
the guy who created our company's custom GPT for us.
Okay.
So he created a custom GPT and he taught it commercial real estate. So he took our standard operating procedures, he took our methods, he took all our stuff, and he trained this GPT with all the Barron Commercial Group stuff, along with, some of the other, tangential commercial real estate stuff. Our custom GPT is very good at commercial real estate. It's trained for commercial real estate.
Right.
So I sent that to Bryant, and he goes, ChatGPT knows what Gamma is. You don't have to roll through like the whole process of creating something with ChatGPT and then take the output and throw it into Gamma. You could just say, hey, ChatGPT, I want to present on this. Create the prompt for Gamma. And I was like, so that's what I did for this presentation that I'm giving for this event.
So you could call this event a Chile cookout.
I like that.
Yeah.
Brian, if you're listening,
There you go.
there you go. You're the Chile cook-off.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So here's what I did. This time I went into ChatGPT and I said, hey, I'm hosting an event. At that event, I'm going to teach on the strategic analysis model, and I want to teach those in attendance 3 commercial real estate terms. You know what they are? Can you guess?
IR,
Yes.
cap rate.
Yes.
NOI?
No.
No, cash on cash.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, at a real fundamental level, if you
Yeah.
just know 3 terms when it comes to commercial real estate investing, those 3, kind of the first 3 terms. So I'm going to introduce them to the strategic analysis model and then those terms. And that was it. So I told this to my custom GPT, create the prompt for Gamma. It created the prompt. And then I went through the prompt and I was like, this isn't exactly right. It got the strategic analysis model like 70% correct. So I just corrected it. I was like, hey, look, the parts of the strategic analysis are not X, Y, and Z. They're A, B, and C. Adjust and respit out. And it did. And then I threw it into Gamma, created the presentation. That whole process took 10 minutes. And then last night I rehearsed for about 30 minutes, just working through the flow of the slides and stuff. Tweaked about 6 of the slides based on how they flowed, and I was done. I was like, man, that saved me hours, and the presentation is much better. So what I'd like to do is I'll show you the presentation real quick, just so you can see what it looks like.
Love it.
And then you give me a topic, and we'll create it.
Love it.
Okay?
Yes. Great. Great.
So this, I think, especially for those who ever present, whether it's commercial real estate or anything else, is going to save you tons of time and give you
so much freedom in your life to do other things and to focus on the stuff that is the most important to your life.
Yeah, all that. But if you look at that, it's good looking.
Yeah, it's good
You know?
looking.
And so, I'm not going to go through this thing, but
That's nice. It did that pyramid and everything.
yeah, all that. Like, that's an AI generated image. That's not real.
Right. But like, what? Go back. Like that pyramid there. Was there any prompt in there? It was like, on this slide, make that there. It just was
None
like,
of that.
we're going to do a.
None of the design of this in any way was prompted. I just gave it the content and the context of the presentation.
Wow. So, okay. So long-term thinking, would that be the foundation of a pyramid, of this pyramid here? Or,
Sure.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, like, you could scramble these things around
Right.
and it would still work. But that is something, when I saw this, I was like, long-term thinking. Okay. That makes sense as a
Yeah.
foundation for your mindset.
Right.
Tangible assets, risk versus reward, wealth creation. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Like, that works.
Right.
Like, I can have a conversation with these guys about these things using this slide. It works.
I do got to say, be careful with the pyramid when you're hosting a bunch of people to invite them to take part of something. You don't want anybody thinking,
not a network marketing
pyramid
thing.
scheme. Yeah.
I hate those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could throw a joke in there about that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, that anyway, that's, yeah. Okay, cool.
But here's,
that's good.
That's not a real property.
The exchange.
That's not a real guy. Internal rate of return, capitalization rate, cash on cash. Talk through a little bit of a case study on a not real building. That's all AI generated. Talk about the property types. You can tell it's AI generated because that CME distribution is misspelled.
2 eyes.
2 eyes.
Distribution.
Now, this slide, I played around with a bunch because it has too many words for me.
Yeah.
But what happens is I click on this and it becomes its own slide.
Nice.
So, okay. I can live with that.
Yeah. You can see them all at once.
Talk about due diligence, investment vehicles like direct ownership, partnerships, or syndications, or REITs. Talk a little bit about market cycles, some key takeaways, questions, and then I'm going to invite them to learn more by listening to
Commercially Speaking.
So that was the output. That literally existed.
Never mind.
But that literally existed in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Now, I've iterated on it for another 30 minutes since then.
Yeah.
But so fast, it looks better than what I would have created.
Right.
Everything about this, I was like, this is fantastic. This is next level stuff. So let's do this.
Let me share my screen.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to go to, there it is. Barron Commercial Group GPT. Now, here's the thing. You give me the topic, some commercial real estate topic.
Okay.
That I'm going to say teach on. Just pick something we've covered over 105 episodes or whatever.
Okay. And I was going to do something along the lines of like putting a deck together to Barbara Corcoran, right? To get her on the podcast. But you're actually looking for a specific commercial real estate topic.
No, let's do this. Yeah, let's just use Barbara Corcoran.
Yeah.
So here's the scenario. I have a podcast, teach my little brother commercial real estate. Our dream podcast guest is Barb. Is that how you spell her name?
Corcoran. Yes. Yes, it is,
I
I
should
believe.
probably learn how to spell the name of our dream guest.
Yes. Barbara. I think her name was Barbara. No, I think it was Bob. I'm thinking you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Okay, so I have a podcast where I teach my little brother commercial real estate. Our dream podcast guest is Barbara Corcoran. I want to create a short presentation using Gamma that will entice her to join our show, Commercially Speaking. Please create the prompt for Gamma to help us accomplish this. What else do you need to know? Hit enter. Let's see what we got. Fantastic goal and a smart idea to use Gamma presentation to pitch it.
Thank you.
To create the most persuasive and polished Gamma prompt, I need a bit more context about the podcast. Overview. What's the format?
Well, we should use my ChatGPT because I got a whole Commercially Speaking GPT and knows everything about our podcast. So what's the question?
The question is, what is the format of the podcast? Educational, interview-based, story-driven. So it's asking what's your unique angle or mission? Why do you teach your little brother commercial real estate?
What is the format of the podcast? What is the unique?
Angle or
Angle.
mission?
Why do you teach your brother? Oh, right. I got it. This is so fun. This
You
is
wanna
cool
text
because
it?
I'm using my, I'm gonna text it to you. Would you like this turned into a pitch deck slide, one sheet, or about page? Give me a one sheet. All right. It's about to come to you. I'm just gonna drop it in the chat here.
Okay.
Play the easiest. Each episode pairs Bo Barron, CCIM instructor, Marine vet, and commercial real estate investor, with his younger brother, Timmy Barron, actor, comedian, and total CRE newbie. Together, they break down real estate deals, explore industry principles, and interview top performers, all while keeping it funny, unpredictable, and human. Think a master class with a sitcom twist. The mission: to make commercial real estate understandable and entertaining, Whether you're a new investor, CRE pro, or someone who's just curious about buildings, curious how buildings make people rich, we're here to demystify the industry and make you laugh while we do it. Why it works? Bo knows the business inside and out. Timmy knows how to ask the dumb questions and make it entertaining. The real-life brother dynamic brings heart, humor, and honesty to an industry that usually speaks in acronyms. It's not just a podcast. It's the most fun way to learn CRE on the internet.
Okay. I'm skipping the rest of the questions.
You're known for spreadsheets, straight talk, and taking on students like me. Timmy is an actor, comedian, and accidental investor. Left-handed, right-brained, confused, but committed. 30 million plus views on social media for how to be an actor and sketch content. That's right. That's right.
Are you watching this? Here's the Gamma prompt.
Okay.
Title, Barbara Corcoran, will you join us on Commercially Speaking? Prompt body, create a highly visual, emotionally resonant 6 to 8 slide presentation to invite Barbara Corcoran, tone and style, opening hook. It's giving its suggestion on what the slides are. Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. Would you like me to draft the actual text and slide content for each one of these so you can plug it straight into Gamma or help you? Yeah, let's just have it.
Or help you customize it further based on Barbara's values or past media appearances.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I do the latter. I got to pee real quick.
Okay. 100% of the time, 100%, when I do an episode of Commercially Speaking, my left shoe comes untied. I have no idea. I'm tying it right now, if you can't tell. I have zero idea why on earth, every time, my left shoe. This does not happen during the day otherwise. I'm so confused. Okay, so here is all of this. I'm going to hit copy, go over here. Let's get rid of presentation. I want to go back to the home screen and we're going to create a new from blank. No, that's not. Create new from AI. So paste in text, generate. So when you create with AI, you can either paste in text, so create from notes and outline or existing content. You can create from a one-line prompt in a few seconds, or you can import a file or URL. In this case, I'm going to click paste in text, and I'm going to paste in
what chat gave us.
Make sure there's not any extra here. Okay, and I want to generate from notes or an outline. This episode is sponsored in part by Site to Do Business, the ultimate commercial real estate data analysis and mapping tool. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, Site to Do Business provides the data and insights you need to make informed decisions and close deals faster. Frankly, it's the tool that I use the most in my business. Access comprehensive market analysis, demographic data, and powerful mapping tools like ArcGIS, Placer AI, and flood maps all in one place. Identify the best locations for your clients, analyze market trends, and present your findings with confidence. Don't miss out on this game-changing platform. Visit stdb.com today and see how it can optimize your business. And now back to the show. Summarize long text or documents. Create using your text exactly as you've written it. Let's do that just because I had GPT go through the iteration of customizing it to her based on her media appearances and her history and stuff.
Okay, sweet.
And so now it's configuring your prompt.
You can also import files. We'll look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you look at this?
So if we had like a, what do they call it when you have like your brand files or whatever?
Yeah. Your
whatever.
Yeah.
So now what it gives you is it's got your text content, and this is the cards. Okay.
Brand kit.
So we can adjust this. All right. But let's just go ahead and hit continue. So this is a theme preview. You can generate
you can
different
pick some
themes or pick, let's just use this one. I don't know why, and then click.
That is similar colors to her book.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Nice. And now it's generating the presentation.
Barbara, meet Commercially Speaking. Now we want the goat.
There's another pyramid.
Boy.
But you can see this, it's just creating, you know.
Wow.
Now, it looked like it took some of the prompt stuff, like the instructions. And
it did as we were watching, but when I'm looking at one on the side there, it looks like, there we go. Look at her. Yeah, create an 8 slide. So I guess what you did was use the text exactly as it was
Yeah.
rather than.
Well, let's see what the rest of this. Yeah, okay. So, all right.
That probably wasn't the best choice.
Let's just do it again. It works so fast.
Yeah, when you did it before, did you do generate?
I think so. I don't remember.
I think you're doing the exact same thing, but just no, never mind.
You think I did this?
Yeah, let's try that.
Oh, I ran out of. It only let me go that far.
Really?
Yep. So I think this is the one, but
Okay. So generate. I guess it's like slide by slide, maybe. I don't know.
generate from notes or an outline. Let's just do that.
Yeah, because but just now we did preserve next card by card.
All right. Let's see if that. Yep. Let's go with the only CRE podcast that doubles as a sitcom.
You're the lesson.
You're the lesson. You're the laugh. You're the legend. Okay. So now, and see, that's AI generated image of her. Okay. So let's just hit present and see what this bad boy looks like.
Okay.
A unique CRE podcast where expertise meets entertainment.
Nice.
Barbara Corcoran, you're our dream guest. Now, what I would do here, since this is such a plain slide, is I might throw images of us in the podcast or put that, main thumbnail image of us on here. But that's real easy to do. The only CRE podcast that doubles as a sitcom.
Look at that photo.
Definitely want to change that.
Oh, man.
We've had the best in the biz. Now we want the GOAT.
Bob Neckel.
Rod Santomasmo, Nick Huber. Growing audience, brokers, investors, multi-platform, watchable, shareable, fast-growing.
Our podcast guest, Hall of Fame. You're everything we're teaching.
Heart, hustle, and humor. The lesson, you're the laugh. Yeah. So the rest of this looks pretty spreadsheets and strategies, the voice of beginners, your wisdom, our chemistry.
Wow.
Barbara, will you be our guest?
Just 45 minutes. Efficient and focused conversation. Real talk. Authentic CRE insights.
If you want to go 3 hours, we can do that too.
We absolutely can. Good vibes. Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Is that her book?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Let's make it happen. 45 minutes, thousands of listeners, one legend. That's it.
There we go.
So
Yeah, you'd want to, we'd want to, wait, let me see that photo. Is that it? It cuts off at the chins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the.
Yeah.
But that's how easy that is.
Yeah.
And you've got something here that's probably 85% ready to go.
Right. You go through and
spend a little time tweaking it and iterating. I found it really easy to actually edit and stuff. And now I've got a brand new workflow that's giving me better product at the end. And it's saving me hours and hours of time. I've had it. And here's another way I've used it. I needed to create a flyer, and normally I'll have Alice do that, but I needed this quickly. I think it was on the weekend. I was like, I wonder if Gamma can do this. So I did the same thing. ChatGPT, here's the flyer I want to make, create the prompt for Gamma, threw it into Gamma, and it created the one-pager for me. And it looked great. Looked way better than anything I ever would have done. And it took 15 minutes or less,
Right.
And now I'm like, man.
Gamma, baby.
Yeah. And, my alternative was either to do something that looked terrible, or I could kick it to Alice and she could use Canva and create something that looks great because she's good at that.
Yeah.
That's going to take me the time to create the work order, essentially, to send to her so she understands what to do. She'll have to create it, send it back to me. We might iterate once or twice. But that at best is going to take an hour or two. But I was on the weekend, so I was going to have to wait till Monday, for her to be back online. And so this was something I got done in 15 minutes, and it looked fantastic.
Yeah, it did.
And I uploaded our brand guide for Barron Commercial Group, so it made it look like our stuff. And I was like, man, this is one of my favorite new things. And so I thought,
yeah,
man, I bet our audience would get a lot of value out of this one.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you could put together a pitch deck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, like our next pitch deck will be created this way.
With Gamma.
I 100% promise you that.
Yeah. And two, like, you've got so much more, like, I bet in just a couple weeks' time, you'll have more to share with what you've learned.
Yeah, I've only done this like 5 or 6 times now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would expect.
When I did the trivia night for that group from your church.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. Man night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man night. I used Canva. Where is it? Yeah. So if you see that there. But I went in and like personally went through, but I went to get these images, right? It says no women allowed. A guy doing push-ups and everyone cheering him on for the Top G Alpha Male Trivia Night for Men. It's all the push-ups. I basically I used Sora for like this little video, and whatever I had in my head for like general knowledge is like,
Oh, there's a general.
there's a general, there's general knowledge. That's what I have so much fun with. So what body organ is primarily responsible for filtering the blood to remove waste and excess fluid? I forget the answer to that, but these videos are so funny to me. This guy, he's about to drink a pepper. No, he's about to eat it. Anyway, I'm wasting time now. I learned a fact that I thought was interesting. I'm going to tell you real quick. Is there more to... That was it, right, with the Gamma?
Yeah, that was it.
Well, we did great. Okay, here's just a random fact before we end. It blew my mind. The difference between 1 million and 1 billion. 1 million seconds. How many days do you think that is?
Oh. I don't know. That number's too big to just chop it down like that in my head.
Sure.
But
If you had to take
80 years.
for 1 million seconds? 11 days.
Okay.
1 million seconds is 11 days.
Way off.
Yeah, and I only know this because I saw somebody say it, and then I looked it up and knew it's true. All right, 1 billion seconds. How many days do you think that is?
That'd be 11,000 days. Be 11,000 days.
11,000 days, maybe. I only know the answer in years,
Well, I'll tell you the years.
which would be 31.7.
30.1. 30 years.
Yeah,
So 11 days to 30 years.
right. Isn't that crazy? Because it is so hard to comprehend 1 million, 1 billion.
Well, it's 1,000 times bigger.
Right.
I mean, 1 billion is 1,000 millions. So when you gave me 11 days, it's like, what's 11 times 1,000? 11,000.
Right, 11,000, which is actually 31 years compared to 11 days. That just blew my mind. It blew my mind. What a difference. What a difference. Okay. So a billion this is just me talking to you about numbers. It's not going anywhere.
It's the first time we've ever had that conversation about numbers, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So a billion is 1 million times 1,000. It wouldn't be a million times 1 million. Would be a trillion.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that would be? Yeah. So would that be 1,000 billions?
Yes.
So 1,000 billions is 1 million millions?
Yes.
Wow.
Is that right?
I don't know. This
1
I don't
million.
know. I'm just...
1 million millions is, yeah. A trillion is 1 million millions.
So 1 million millions is equal to 1,000 billions.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway,
It's a lot of seconds.
that's a lot of seconds.
Yeah.
That's a lot of years. All right. Well, cool. You definitely want to hit subscribe because you don't want to miss next week's where we really dig into quadrillion. Quadrillion seconds.
I was like, how do you know what we're doing next week?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, hit subscribe, ding that little bell.
Here's what I'd love to ask you to do.
Yeah.
If you enjoy our show, share it with somebody. Like, we'd love to grow the audience. It helps everybody. Potentially, it helps them. Like, we're doing this because we have a ton of fun. I love the time with my brother. I love to teach, and we have a lot of fun.
Yes.
But it's also for the benefit of the audience. It's the larger the audience, the more impact we can have, and that just makes us feel great. So if you love the show, share it with somebody. Send it to somebody who may not have heard of us yet. That is a great, tangible, and easy way to help us out and to pay it forward a little bit. So we'd appreciate it if you do that.
Absolutely. We got a free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Thursday. Subscribe.wgbaron.com. Subscribe.wgbarron.com. If you want a virtual executive assistant, superpowershq.com/commercially speaking. For those in the back, superpowershq.com/commercially speaking. And then, of course, we're on social media at commercially speaking, on Twitter at COM speak pod. We'll see you next Monday. Love you, brother.
Love you, man.
Bye.